What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including top WWE stars want a controversial name back, a WWE wrestler permanently injured, what's going on in NXT, Roman Reigns reacts to Naomi's pregnancy, is John Cena coming for world title number 18, a WWE wrestler fighting to keep his job, Chris Jericho teases Royal Rumble return, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. I'll see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at top WWE stars want a controversial name back. Our top story today takes a look at a new report relating to Alberto Del Rio, and it turns out that numerous top WWE stars, including Roman Reigns, want Del Rio to return to the company. While speaking on Lucha Libre Online, Hugo Savinovich stated that stars such as Roman Reigns believe that Del Rio deserves another shot. And now let me touch briefly on Alberto. I told you yesterday I'd talk about this, knowing that important people like Roman Reigns want Alberto back. The problem isn't a big star telling the office, I don't want Alberto here. No, when a big star and the other big stars say, you know what, Alberto deserves to come back because he's proven himself, this isn't about 1 month or 2 months, we're talking almost 4 years now. The AAA audience are pushing for WWE to bring back Del Rio, but the latest reports on that said WWE really aren't interested in bringing back the rather controversial figure. If WWE do indeed decide to bring back Del Rio, even if it's just in AAA, then they open up the door for wider criticism, especially with Del Rio having some heinous accusations thrown his way over the years. Next up, a WWE wrestler permanently injured. Bronson Reed was seriously injured during War Games last year, and whilst Reed is able to wrestle without any complications, it turns out that Reed has been left with a permanent injury. The Raw star spoke on the post-Raw show this week, and according to Reed, he had to learn to walk again, and doing everyday things such as walking is extremely painful for him. I broke my talus bone completely in half. It separated and went apart. That's a very hard injury to come back from. I had my foot up like this, straightened for 3 months. My leg atrophied. I had to build all my muscle back up in this right leg, had to learn to walk again on this right leg, then learn to run, then learn to jump, and then eventually get in the ring and do everything we do in the ring. The crazy part about this is everyday life, walking around, running, doing those things, it's painful. But when I get in the ring, I forget it. For some reason, the doctors noticed that when I'm in the ring, I can do anything. Reed is now set for the biggest match of his career as next weekend at Clash in Paris, Reed will collide with Roman Reigns in a 1v1 encounter. Next up, what's going on in NXT? The NXT superstar Jordynne Grace posted a very interesting meme on her social media account on Instagram. In her story, she posted a meme saying, me watching all the married people at work flirt with each other. Now, we're not going to look too deep into that, but it's an interesting post nevertheless. Next up, Roman Reigns reacts to Naomi's pregnancy. And Roman Reigns took to his TikTok yesterday and posted a reaction to Naomi's pregnancy, and it's extremely wholesome. Time to start over. Looks like he's got the youngest now. I don't got the babies, so we're in school. We're good. We're starting to empty our house out. He's at start back over. That's awesome. Congrats. I love both of y'all. It's a blessing. To have our family continue to grow. Nothing like it. This is completely godsend. Congrats, guys. Love y'all. Roman Reigns most certainly knows the struggles they've had to go through with this pregnancy. Next up, top matches for a WWE PLE revealed. Now, whilst WWE have yet to confirm the September 20th premium live event, reports are now surfacing related to what matches WWE have planned for the WrestlePalooza show. According to PW Insider Elite, the planned 2 main events will be Brock Lesnar vs. John Cena and Cody Rhodes vs. Drew McIntyre. The word making the rounds backstage at Raw this week was that the planned main events for the 20th September WrestlePalooza event in Indianapolis were currently Brock Lesnar vs. John Cena, which will be Lesnar's first bout since SummerSlam 2023, and the first Cena-Lesnar singles bout since 2014. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes vs. Drew McIntyre. Obviously, card subject to change, but that's the current planned direction that we've heard. This seems to suggest that WWE may be holding off on Rhodes vs. McIntyre. The match won't be taking place at Clash in Paris. Rhodes is still filming the scenes for Street Fighter, and he still isn't currently set for any of the UK house shows before the PLE. Next up is John Cena coming for world title number 18. But could John Cena be coming for world title number 18? Well, on Instagram yesterday, Cena posted a random photo of Seth Rollins as world champion. This has led to fans to believe that Cena wants to become world champion for the 18th time before he retires in December. As Cena's Instagram feed is usually filled with random photos, but this particular photo has lit social media on fire. Cena recently labeled Rollins as one of his greatest opponents, and it's only logical that the two collide in some capacity between now and December. It's entirely possible that once Cena is finished with Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar, that he begins to feud with Rollins and pursues the world title. WWE could even have Cena confront Rollins the closeout clash in Paris, as we all know WWE love producing special viral moments. There are also theories online that Cena is going to wrestle inside the War Games match for the first time ever. Cena is currently advertised for Survivor Series War Games in November, and all signs point towards WWE delivering a War Games match between Seth Rollins' faction and the team led by Roman Reigns. Reigns recruiting Cena could make for fantastic television, as Cena competing in the War Games would be a huge attraction for WWE, particularly during Cena's retirement tour. Next up, a WWE champion addresses fans turning on her. Certain fans on social media have now been highly critical of Tiffany Stratton's women's title reign, as Stratton has finally had a chance to clap back at these critics. Stratton, who is currently the longest reigning champion on the main roster, appeared on the Babyface's podcast, and according to Stratton, the criticism only began when she received a substantial push. Stratton would also declare that she stopped checking social media to avoid letting the critics get to her. For me, I had become very good at not even checking social media anymore. I literally just scroll on TikTok, and I have such a good support system. My friends and family are so amazing to me, and they always reassure me if I do have doubts within myself. I think ultimately just knowing your worth, and if you believe the good, you have to believe the bad. So you have to kind of take the criticism sometimes and apply it, and just be self-aware. But for the most part, I think staying off of socials has really saved my mental. And honestly, people talking about me on the internet in a bad way, I think it's kind of silly, because I feel like those people would never be in my position. They would never be the WWE Women's Champion. So why would I be taking criticism or advice from somebody who I would not switch places with? So that's my take on it. So great. A lot of the criticism directed towards Stratton is more towards the booking of the reign, rather than directed at Stratton herself. It's a common consensus that the Smackdown women's division isn't the highlight of the WWE right now, and WWE revisiting Stratton versus Nia Jax for seemingly the 100th time isn't going to generate any buzz or excitement. Next up, a huge creative changes in WWE. Due to Naomi's pregnancy, the creative plans for the women's division were thrown out of the window on Raw. According to Fightful Select, everyone was happy for Naomi and Jimmy Uso backstage, but it's now caused huge creative shifts. Now, as one would expect, Naomi's pregnancy has caused some huge creative shifts. Everyone was ecstatic for her and Jimmy Uso backstage. WWE rushed out the previous episode of Stephanie's Places with Naomi and Jimmy Uso so they could film a second one and have it ready. Naomi was initially set to defend her world title versus Stephanie Becker at Clash in Paris, but obviously that isn't happening anymore. WWE have yet to announce how the new World Women's Champion will be determined, but logic would suggest that due to Becker being #1 contender, she'll be in a match in some capacity. The good news for WWE is that they have a stacked women's roster on Raw, and there are endless names that could easily be cemented as a new world champion. Fans have been throwing out names on social media, and some fans have even pushing for WWE to crown a first-time ever world champion and give a name such as Roxanne Perez, the huge W. Next up, a WWE wrestler fighting to keep their job. Ridge Holland is set to wrestle for Evolve, and according to the man himself via X, he's currently fighting for his job in WWE, so the matchup is a huge opportunity to fight for his livelihood. Now, it's unknown if Holland is working an angle here, but Holland has gone from the main roster and main eventing Survivor Series to working Evolve, which is a major downgrade. Holland recently debuted a new persona known as the Steam Pig, and Holland is evidently hoping that this character catches fire and gets over enough for WWE to bring him back to the main roster. Next up, WWE planning an epic storyline. Last week on Smackdown, they began to tease a rivalry between the Wyatt Six and the MFTs, and it looks like a fully fledged rivalry is planned between the two factions. According to Body Slam, defeat is expected to take place at some point in the near future. Solo Sikoa's faction MFT My Family Tree, which consists of newer members of the bloodline such as JC Mateo and Tangaloa, has been discussed for a short while now to feud with the Wyatt Six. There's no exact timeline at this moment, but the feud between these two factions is expected to take place at some point in the near future. This will hopefully give SmackDown a hot storyline for the final few months of the year. SmackDown isn't the most exciting show in the world right now, and this feud could definitely help both stables. A lot of negative feedback related to Solo Sikoa's faction has come down to the lack of character development. Outside of Sikoa, fans have learned very little about the group and what their motivations are as a unit. Hopefully working with the Wyatt Six will help push WWE to deliver character development for each respective member, and in turn that should positively influence the crowd response to the matches and segments. It's unclear if the feud will center around the tag titles